Hey YouTube, we are here at Sandtech Audio Video Service, Unit 3350 Keewatin Street, home of Canada's most intricate and elaborate permanent indoor whoop flying track. And believe you me, it gets a lot of use. So, if you have seen my video extolling the virtues of the liquid electrical tape, then I have to inform you that the love affair definitely continues. Now, you've seen us use it in all kinds of situations. I love it so much I bought the company. No, that's not true. I bought several bottles. I gave Bob a bottle and I grabbed a few more. Anyway, I digress. So in this instance, what we've done is, here is the bare circuit board, and of course the radio control antenna would just be sort of soldered to the board, and really the more it flexes, the more it puts strain on that joint. So all I've really done is taken a toothpick and dipped it in the jar of liquid electrical tape and just gently dribbled it on and moved the antenna. And now the result is that every time there's a crash and it lands upside down like that, there really is no damage. You can see it actually springs back up because of the rubberized effect. So how good is that? That's a total bonus. And the whole idea of all these liquid electrical tape modifications is to extend the, crash damage free life of your quad. You can still see this one's so old it's still got some hot glue, but eventually nothing in the fleet will have hot glue anymore because it's just too darn hard to remove. It's almost impossible. It rips things off the circuit board. Anyway, this is a E013 small pepper that I've taken the camera off and retrofitted with some Racer Star high kV motors, but I also did something else cool with this little frame and liquid electrical tape, and look at that. Taking the same toothpick approach, I have dropped small amounts of liquid electrical tape, which used to be called tool dip, by the way. If you ever noticed the coating that's on your pliers, your needle nose pliers or regular pliers, it's been dipped into a vat, and that's the same stuff really, and they keep changing the brand name, and it took me a while. My good friend Wade, flying buddy and safety officer, attention, safety officer, anyway, sorry, just bugging you, Wade, who coincidentally, as I digress again, totally whooped my butt like 13 or 14 or 15 to 2 the other night. Thanks for making me give up the hobby and go back to RC cars, Wade. So, a little bit on there, and what I do is I take the toothpick and quite carefully drop it on there and then flip it over quickly and pin it in my little helping hands and let it drip naturally. What's the result? The result is that it is protecting those motor wires right in there. They are now not flopping around. They are held in place. It also gives some cushion. Instead of the hard plastic, the whoop can now land on those pads. And you're probably thinking, yeah, now your motors are in there forever. Far from it. The reason we have switched to liquid electrical tape is because in an instant you can peel it off. So if this motor dies, that can easily come off. A little bit of effort, but it doesn't take things with it like a Band-Aid and like crazy Gorilla Glue, Now we only use that Gorilla Glue, hot glue, when we really need it to be permanent. So, yes, Gorilla Glue, you will always have a place in our tiny whoop family. Do not lament. So I'm pretty happy with that mod. You can see I'm finding new and exciting ways to do that, and this would be the newest way. And I have done it on my newest build as well. Not only does it sport wonderful liquid electrical tape right on the camera connection, which is just working great, and also on the power whoop connector as well, instead of Gorilla Glue, making that quite resilient in a crash and a rubberized effect, and also on the antenna, which is held in place by the very, very intricate yellow color matching yellow elastic band, and my homemade camera mount, which I must point out is Gorilla Glued right to the circuit board. And what did I do? I added the same thing, because these are those insane Bold Clash motors, and I gotta say they really kick butt. And even the high KV, it sounds like they're grinding, but people tell me that, you know, that's sort of the sound of a high KV motor. And you've probably not seen my video on breaking Bold Clash, but this thing's had about 6 or 7 flights and it's sounding good. But then I decided to drop the needle, drop some liquid electrical tape onto it, and same effect. Nice soft landing, but guess what? It sounds a little smoother and it flies a little better, probably my imagination, but what the heck. So all this talk about liquid electrical tape and all the uses for liquid electrical tape and how much I love liquid electrical tape, and of course how liquid electrical tape saved this poor beat to crap cloverleaf antenna that I just basically dripped liquid electrical tape down the mast there, and now every crash it hits it, it's even bent a bit, but it just seems to snap back into place. I bend the lobes back into place, and actually another idea came up with, there's a little bit of goggle foam under there, and you can see there's a shock absorber there. That's worked out well too. But liquid electrical tape, and yes, but I haven't done the feet, and I probably will. But really, it's time to cut to the chase and address the title of this video, which is Liquid Electrical Tape, It's Not Just for Breakfast Anymore, Eachine QX65 Loose Motor Problem Fixed. Or I may reverse that and go Eachine QX65 Loose Motor Problem Fixed. Liquid electrical tape, it's not just for breakfast anymore. I can't decide, one or the other. So just let me reach around here and say that many of you have shown an interest in the QX65, and it is a well-known issue that if you even sneeze or drop it like that, the motors start to pop out. Oh, see, that was almost out. I'm kidding, but you know, it's almost that bad. And other than that, it's the greatest 6mm whoop that I've found so far. This is the one that Wade picked up for me. Thanks again, buddy. And I think I'm going to put liquid electrical tape in the same fashion as I have done with this, and be the first one to attempt to come up with a practical, real-world solution for the loose motor problem, because I think that's just, it could be loose, it could be up a bit while you're flying and you wouldn't know it. So I'm going to do it. And have no fear, because should I have a motor fail, I will easily peel off the liquid electrical tape and I will be able to remove that faulty motor. I have no doubt, because I've peeled off the liquid electrical tape already off of one connection and it comes off perfectly. So I'm going to go to the bench